Wedding Winers, the podcast where love and wine go hand in hand. Whether you're planning your dream wedding or just love a good wine, we're here to uncork the best stories, advice and inspiration. Girls, let's talk sponsorship. We've got a sponsor.
We have a sponsor. So, the Old Bridge has sponsored our wine
Yeah,
selection for this
cheers,
series. Last time we announced we have a sponsor, this time we have a discount.
We do, yes.
So, if you purchase 6 or more bottles, you can get 5%.
Yeah,
and then
so
anything over, I think, 12 bottles is then an additional 10%.
you get 10%.
Yeah,
that's
so
right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what a bargain.
Yeah, so that's the Old Bridge in Huntingdon. They've got a stunning wine shop.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Haven't they? And they've got some really beautiful wines, hence like one we're drinking now.
Becca.
Yeah, what have we got now?
Well, Jack did send us, Jack from the Old Bridge.
Yeah.
He sent us some notes. The wine is called the Tin Pot Heart, and he has guaranteed us that everybody that drinks this Stubby B falls in love with it.
He will not be happy you just called it that though.
No, he won't. It's a Sauvignon Blanc.
Which you love.
This is my favourite
Yeah.
wine. This is my favourite wine. So my expectations were high.
And what did he say? He said that
Everyone that tries it loves it. It's good. It's a good Sauvignon Blanc. And I even, outside of the podcast, purchased my own bottle for my own greedy consumption.
Yeah.
It is a very good wine.
Where's it from?
It's from New Zealand. All the best Sauvignon Blancs are. It's named after an old mustering hut for sheep farming.
Hence the title. Tin Pot Heart. I really like that though.
Yeah. All makes sense now. They said that when they did a blind test, I don't know what that entailed.
A blindfold.
I want to be involved.
Yeah.
They said that this came out on top the best Sauvignon Blanc. And yeah, it's their most popular. So
This is a 2023 bottle, but actually, Jack's notes say that drink it as young as possible.
Hopefully, the wine.
It says drink as young as possible. So I'm assuming, Jack, you mean drink the wine as young as possible.
Yeah, don't
you
give it to the kids.
The Old Bridge Wine Shop. Stunning. So if you have got a dry hire venue, maybe a marquee, garden wedding, something like that, and you're looking for your food and drink, with that discount, like Amber said, definitely get to the Old Bridge, to the wine shop, and you'll grab some beautiful wines.
And I think they do a lot of food pairing as well,
Okay.
and what wines go with which foods.
Yeah.
Also, a little date night. Me and my husband have been there for a little wine tasting date night.
Yeah.
Had a few drinks in the wine tasting bit, and then went over. They do a steak night. I did that straight
amazing.
after.
Watch
Yeah,
out.
stunning.
Yeah, and obviously because they do weddings as well, over at the Old Bridge, even if you're not getting married there, they'll be able to help you to about what's popular within weddings as well. So, that's our sponsor. I can't believe we've got a sponsor. I'm so chuffed we got one without even putting
We're so grown.
without even putting the episode out. We got a sponsor.
So grown.
That's the Old Bridge in Huntingdon. So we're all local. All of us are Huntingdon based, which is really nice as well to keep it all nice and local. Really. So that's us done with our wine. Cheers to that. Cheers to this.
Thank you. So, on to another episode of our pet hates, our pet peeves, what really grinds our gears.
Yeah.
Michelle starts off.
I hate it when people question the bride and the groom about any part of their wedding. So I've got a bridal shop and I hear all the time, are you sure?
Are you sure? And that look as well.
Are you sure?
The look.
Are you sure?
The raised eyebrow.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Are you sure?
And it's often from
Stop
the
it.
parents.
Oh yeah, it's
Always
always
the
the
parents.
Well, I don't know. Obviously, I see sisters, friends, and mums. But I get actually across the board, to be honest with you. But the very first thing it will do, well, I'll give you a hint out. 100%.
Yeah.
Becca, what's your favourite colour?
I don't actually have one, I don't think.
Black. Are you
Are you
sure? Are you sure?
No, I don't think I am that.
What's your
Why?
favourite animal?
A cat.
Are you sure?
I mean, yes, I am sure about that. Yeah.
But if you're on it like Becca, I was like, I don't know if I like
No,
black as my colour.
because then it raises all the questions,
100%.
doesn't it? Like,
Am I
should
sure?
I be sure? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm so with you on that.
And so I see it obviously from a bridal shop point of view. So you've got to bear in mind that these women who are trying on these brides that are coming in are so nervous the first place they had to come in. They're so nervous about making their decision about what dress, because everyone wants to know about the dress.
It's overwhelming.
And it's a lot. And they stood there majority of the time with me with nothing on apart from their knickers. And then, so already they've overcome so many boundaries and barriers to their, to the experience. And then they've got to the point of where they've said, yeah, do you know what?
I feel good.
This is my dress.
Yeah.
And then someone says, are you sure?
It's so hard because if they're not, it's not their wedding day.
100%.
They shouldn't have that input. Even if they're paying, I personally don't think they should have the input.
Do you know, I think what's sad is that some people, especially like family members and stuff, have an idea of what that bride should wear. And actually, when the bride chooses something different, that's when it raises these questions like, are you sure? Because that's not what I had you pictured in.
Yeah.
But
not your usual style.
Exactly. It actually shouldn't, it's not about what anyone else thinks that they look good in. It's just what they feel the best version of themselves in.
Do you know, actually, I experienced this when I was wedding planning 11 years ago. Not for my dress, thank goodness. Do you know, it was something so petty as well. Someone said to me, what shape cake are you having? And I was like, square? And they're like, oh, are you sure? I was like, it's the shape of a cake. Like, surely, like, it doesn't matter the shape.
Yeah.
Like, why are you questioning my decision on the shape of the cake? And then I was like, I don't know.
The day is ruined because your cake is square.
Could I not have a square cake? And like, straight away, it's already putting these things, and it just really bugs me, because I think that for anyone who's wedding planning knows it's so many decisions to make, so many,
you do get decision fatigue,
and you get overwhelmed with everything.
Yeah.
And I just feel that, like, you know what, if you know someone who is planning their wedding in any shape or form, like your friend, sibling, family member, whatever, and especially if you've been invited to go to their wedding dress fitting, which is the most vulnerable point the bride will be at, in my opinion. She's stood there with no clothes on. Like, stood there for you to judge her.
Yeah.
And she's then gonna say that I really love this dress. Do never ever question that. Put that doubt in her head, because then she'll feel like I don't exactly. That's what you need to be.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we see it all the time in hair and makeup when we get input from other people. I've said to the bride specifically, do you like it? Do you want to make any changes? Is there anything you want to add or have less of? And they're like, no, this is incredible. Like, I love it. And then somebody else comes along and goes, what about this? Or what about that?
Yeah.
Or why don't we do this? And it's like, they're happy, like, let them just be in this moment. When you start adding stuff and confusing the situation, it gets overwhelming. And sometimes, actually, just if they're happy with where they're at, let it be. Like, let them
100%.
be in that moment.
100%.
I've got to the point with cake testings, like consultations with couples. I don't allow anyone else in the consultations with
No,
me.
100%.
There's been so many times where the parents of the bride or groom have sat there and said, what about this? What about that? I prefer this. I prefer that.
Yeah, especially with cake flavours as well.
Yeah.
Like, but it's so personal. Like, my favourite cake isn't going to be yours, isn't it yours? Which is fine. I will still eat them. I can tell you that.
And it's that wanting to please everybody, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think in food especially, it's talked about so much, when actually I think the only person that really needs to thoroughly enjoy that cake and meal is the bride and groom.
Yeah,
Everybody else, you're getting it for free. Just be happy you're getting fed.
Literally.
Just
be grateful.
There's been so many times after consultations, brides come back to me and be like, oh, my mum said this, however, I think we should go for this. And it's kind of defeated the whole point of the
you've
consultation.
done all that work,
Because they've changed their mind completely, whereas now, only having the couple, it's their decisions, it's their day.
Have you ever had it though? That's a motorbike. I'm so sorry, guys. We're on the high street, so it's going to happen. Have you ever had it before where because I know I have, where I think somebody's asked for something and I think that is not going to work. That's not going to work. And it's that difficult situation, isn't it? And I always, with makeup, I do tend to say in a very softly, like, considerate way, okay, we can, but these are going to be the repercussions of that, or this might not turn out the way you expect, but I can 100% go with it, and we can try. I think it's just about how you approach that situation.
Michelle, do you do the same with dresses and what you would recommend?
No.
Different.
You don't.
No.
Let them go for it.
Yes, 100%. That's what I do. I often get people say to me, like, if they're like choosing between dresses, they'll say, which one do you like best? I have zero opinion right there, because that is not my decision to make.
Yeah.
And what I say to a bride actually is like, you look stunning in every dress you've tried on, because that's the truth. Right?
Yeah.
Just because it's not quite your wedding dress, or it just doesn't flatter the bits perhaps that you love about your body, doesn't mean it looks awful.
No, true.
And so I always just say, how do you feel? Because I don't know how they feel. And no one that comes with them to try on a dress knows how you feel.
Yeah.
Do you feel really bloody good?
And I think that's the thing, isn't it? Because we get the same with makeup looks, is that you look sexy with this makeup look, or you look pretty with this makeup look, or you look angelic. It's how you want to feel on your wedding day.
100%.
And it's a feeling, it's not a post on Instagram, it's not a Pinterest board. It's how this particular makeup, dress, anything makes you feel.
100%.
Because it's an emotion, isn't it?
Yes. And so many wedding decisions are emotional decisions.
Yeah, for sure.
Which is why my best advice is, don't ask anybody. Because,
like,
just don't tell anyone
You'll know in
anything.
your gut. You'll know in your gut.
Because, and the truth, like I say to brides all the time, you can walk down an aisle wearing any dress, but your groom won't care.
He's not going to know.
Or bride, or your bride, whatever. They will have no idea. They will think you look beautiful because you will feel good and you will feel confident.
And you will look beautiful.
And you will, of course, 100%. So he has no idea what dress you tried on, or she has no idea what other makeup styles you tried.
Yeah.
They will just think,
wow,
that is my partner.
Yeah.
That is who
Looking
I'm about to
feeling
marry.
Great. Yeah.
There's a great quote, isn't there? That I don't know if you've ever seen it. It says, "If at the end of the day you're married, then the day was a success."
Yeah.
Because that is literally all it's about.
That's it.
That's all it's about.
Yeah. But it's hard,
being
isn't
married,
it? There's so much peer pressure from
Yeah.
social
not about
media
pleasing
as
other
well
people.
now. And I think like weddings have definitely like got bigger and bigger and bigger every day, and the expectation from weddings has got so big that there must be so much pressure on brides now of having their day a certain way and a certain standard. That it's hard to ignore all of those outside influences sometimes.
But don't.
But be strong.
Yeah, you've got this,
girl.
You've
You
got
got
this.
this.
This
For
is
sure,
your wedding. And bridegroom.
I think
Gender neutral,
also,
whatever you are, whatever decision you make in your wedding, make it for you.
Yeah, I think sometimes though there's also outside influence from money injections from other people.
100%.
And I have seen that before as well, where other people are paying towards the wedding, so they feel like they have some sort of influence over the decisions that are made on the day, and that's tough, isn't it? That's
We
tough
did
to
it a lot
manage.
with cakes, where Nan's paying for the cake, she's requested a fruit cake.
Yeah.
But if the couple want a semi-naked
I love a fruit cake.
sponge cake, it's not.
I always
doable
tell
in the
everyone,
cake.
go to the supermarket and get you another cake.
Yeah.
Get you another fruit cake.
Oh, I love a fruit cake.
No,
I'll eat them with that.
yeah, exactly.
But it's
true though, right?
It's so popular where couples will have a semi-naked cake and then we'll have a fruit cake to accompany
Yes.
it. I love baking fruit cake. I love the smell. Do I eat it? No.
But it doesn't matter.
But it doesn't matter.
Because you've not paid for it, it's not your wedding.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if someone wants to have a fruit cake in addition to their main cake, crack on, babe.
So, to summarise, for me, I hate it when you ask a couple, are they sure? And if you are in the circle of people getting married, whether that be a bride or groom, wherever you are to them, whether you're at a bridal dress fitting or not, like, don't make them question their decision. Like, the best
decision.
Yeah, and you know what? Actually support them. Be like, you are going to look amazing. That cake is going to taste delightful. Whatever happens, it's going to be amazing because it's your wedding. So,
and let us know if there's been any times that someone said something to you in your wedding planning that made you think, oh God, am I sure about that?
and someone questioned your cake shape.
Who's making you doubt yourself so we can go and find them and beat them up?
Track them down. Yeah. name and shame though. So if you do want to give us any stories about any experiences you've had with that, then we are at @the_wedding winers. There's @the_wedding winers. Winers spelled WINERS. And any stories, if you've got any questions about anything, just want to give us a follow to see what funny behind the scenes reels that Amber's going to put together for us.
No pressure.
Well volunteered.
And then you know where we are. We're over on Instagram. And that's what we've got time for this week. And let's see on the next episode what it is that Amber hates about weddings.
Until next time.
Cheers.